Welcome to the SecuRam Product Overview webinar. This webinar will detail the products within the SecuRam SafeLock portfolio, as well as talk about how they compare to competitive products. This is a good primer if someone's interested in the SecuRam product line and doesn't yet know a lot about SecuRam Systems. So let me tell you a little bit about who SecuRam Systems is. SecuRam Systems was founded in 2006. Our parent company was in the security industry, but in the access control, smart card, biometric authentication side of the industry, not in safe locks. But some very large North American safe manufacturers happened to have a relationship with our parent company, a company called Easthouse Electrical Technologies, and asked us if we would be interested in taking a look at entering the safe lock market. They were asking us for really a primary reason, and that was the two stalwarts in the industry, a company called Cabamos and another company called Sargent and Greenleaf, were not providing them with reliable products, nor were they providing them with advanced features, innovative products. So after taking a look at the industry and recognizing that there was a lot of room in the market for the introduction of reliable, innovative products, SecuRam Systems was founded. We set up our head office in Southern California. We're just about an hour north of Los Angeles in the Ventura area, and both our head office and our warehouse is in this location. What we've become known for over the past 8 years is three things. Reliability, which is so key in the safe lock market. Best value to cost ratio. We put a lot of features into our locks, and our locks are very competitively priced. And then finally, and probably most importantly, innovation. The market has been asking for innovative solutions for safe locks for some time, yet the two large companies have not been interested in developing innovative solutions. That's where SecuRam Systems fit. We provide reliable, best value to cost ratio, innovative products, and I'm going to show you those in this presentation. The first product we developed was this one. It's called the SafeLogic Basic, and it is a standard entry-level safe lock system. We paired that with a swing bolt lock. The swing bolt lock is the type of lock that when you enter a code, you turn the handle in your safe and this bolt swings into the case, allowing you to gain access to the contents of the safe, open the safe door. This is a motor-driven safe lock system, not a solenoid. Similar products are on the market that are solenoid-based. This is actually a motor-driven, and I emphasize that because solenoids are low security. They're susceptible to something called vibration attack, where you can actually bounce open the solenoid to gain access to your safe. When SecuRam introduced its motor drive locks, all of our locks are motor drive, including the swing bolt. It really is a step forward in the level of security offered by safe locks. So we introduced the swing bolt with the SafeLogic Basic, and that is what's used primarily in the North American market. But as we got more involved in other areas of the world, the South American market, the European market, and the Asian market, we recognized that we also needed a deadbolt, and that's this lock, where we have a square bolt. Again, it's a motor drive. We have a motor with an integrated gearbox here that works to pull this bolt back and push it out again. After 6 seconds, it automatically relocks, as does our swing bolt. So this is a square bolt design, and that has been introduced now for a number of years. Then we also, as we got more involved with safe manufacturers, we introduced what we call the spring bolt lock. And the spring bolt is exactly the same as our deadbolt. It's a motor drive, square bolt application, except in this case, it is a non-dead latching square bolt. So it can be used quite often on interior compartments of safes where you don't have bolt work in order to hold back the dead latching bolt. So in this case, we have a non-dead latching that allows you to open the interior compartment. The lock will extend after 6 seconds, but you can just slam the door closed and the lock will automatically lock. Then we introduced another product into this market, and this one is called the Strike Bolt. This is, imagine your car door. As you slam your car door, the pin or the loop on your car door engages with this area that's on the jamb of your car door. And we took that same type of technology. It's really an access control product, and we brought it to the safe lock industry. So it works like your car door. We use this on interior compartments of safes again. And the benefit here is that this lock is mounted not on the back of the door, but on the jamb of the compartment. And then on the back of the door, we put a pin or a loop, and as you close the door, the loop engages with this locking area and holds it locked, secure. The advantage of a strike bolt in an interior compartment application is you don't have to mount the lock on the back of the interior compartment door. These interior compartments get slammed shut all the time. Sometimes they call these locks here slam bolts for that reason. They're slamming the doors closed all the time. Obviously, that puts a lot of vibration and potential damage to a bolt that is mounted on the back of the door. So if you mount it on the door or on the jamb of the door, you don't have any of that vibration. So either of these products will work very well on the interior compartment application. The final thing with the strike bolt is because you're mounting it on the jamb of the interior compartment, you don't have to run your wire across the hinge to go to the back of the door. The wire from the entry pad just runs through the safe and into this lock as opposed to across the hinge of the interior door. But all four of these locks, the swing bolt, the deadbolt, the spring bolt, and the strike bolt, can be paired with any of our entry pads, including the SafeLogic Basic. So, we have three different lines within our SafeLock series. We have something called the SafeLogic line, which you've already seen the SafeLogic Basic. And these are really designed for residential, light commercial, banking applications, teller lockers, that kind of thing. We have three different models of those, and I'll show you what those are. Then we have what we call our ProLogic, and the ProLogic series can be determined, you can see it visually by the LCD screen that's on the entry pad. And these are designed for commercial and banking applications. We have a wide variety of products within this line, everything from a basic workhorse commercial lock to network connected, wireless, one-time code, Bluetooth-enabled locks. And I'll show you those as we go through this presentation. But this, again, is our ProLogic series. And then we introduced our ScanLogic series. And the idea for ScanLogic is you scan your fingerprint in order to gain access. So this is one of our ScanLogics. It has an optical reader here. You put your finger on this platen, and it scans your finger, and then based on your fingerprint, allows you to gain access to the safe lock. We have 10 different models within the ScanLogic family, and I'll show you those. What's important to know about our system is it's very unique and very flexible. You can pair any entry pad with any lock body. So depending upon your application, you can pair the associated entry pad that has all the functions and features, pair it with a lock body, and it downloads that information into the lock body to now have a complete secure safe lock system. I'll show you a little bit about that in a coming slide. All right, so here we are. We have a standard lock. This is a swing bolt lock, but it could be our deadbolt, could be our spring bolt, or it could be our strike bolt. If I pair this lock with a SafeLogic Series entry pad, then I have a standard entry-level lock. This has 2 user codes. It has a couple of other functions, but it's basically an entry-level safe lock system found often on residential gun safes, on teller lockers, types of things that don't require a lot of features. Now, if I connect a ProLogic entry pad to this lock body, what happens is it turns the system into a 30 user code unit with time delay, with dual control, with audit trail capability, time lock capability, and wireless network capability. And I'll explain that as we go along. But the important thing is, if I pair a keypad or entry pad that has these high-level functions with a basic lock, the programming is downloaded from the entry pad into the lock body, turning this lock body into a very advanced system. Then I can take a biometric or a ScanLogic version of our entry pad, which has all these types of features: 30 fingerprints, 30 user codes, time delay, dual control, audit trail, time lock, and wireless network connectivity. I pair that with our standard lock body, and now I have a fingerprint lock. So it gives you the opportunity to select the features that your customer requires based on the entry pad, and then pair it with a lock body that your bolt work of your safe is required. So depending on the type of bolt work you have, you choose the appropriate lock body. Very unique feature. No one else in the industry does this, but I'll show you how that works. Here's a picture of the inside of our swing bolt lock. This is a motor, and this motor mechanism drives a blocking pin into this location. When it's locked, this slide bar can't move. So as you try to rotate your handle to push back this bolt, it's locked in place. When you enter a code, this blocking mechanism moves down based on the motor rotation, and this slide pin is allowed to move back and forth, allowing you to gain access to your lock. But the reason I wanted to show you the inside of the lock is to show you that we have two logic centers on our circuit board. Think of these like computer chips. One of them works in analog mode. Analog is what we use with our SafeLogic series. Essentially what analog is when I press the number 1 on the entry pad, it sends through voltage that corresponds to the number 1 in the analog logic center. So I send 1 across in voltage format. I send 2 across. I send 6 valid numbers across, and it determines that it's read the number based on voltage, and then it says, yes, it's a valid code, and it opens the lock for you. Now, when we pair a ProLogic or a ScanLogic entry pad with this same lock, we turn on the digital chip, the digital logic center. In doing that, we're now sending digital information, ones and zeros, binary information, as opposed to voltage. As a result, we can do many more tasks, lots more features, and we can provide faster communication. And it's two-way communication instead of being one-way. So it allows you to do a lot more, and we use the LCD screens on each of the units in order to help with programming. Makes it very, very simple and usability. And with our logic centers, with the SafeLogic system, it operates in analog mode. It's a basic two-user safe lock. Connect that same lock body to a digital system, either the ProLogic or the ScanLogic, and now you have a very advanced feature lock with the same level of motor lock security, but it has lots more features. So I thought I'd take you through a product overview so you can understand the products that we have within our portfolio. Let's first take a look at the SafeLogic series. As we said before, we've seen this product, the SafeLogic Basic. This is a stainless steel housing. It has a 9-volt battery inside it that powers our system. And it is a basic analog system. 2 users, supercode or a manager code, and a user code. It goes into penalty time if you try to guess the number and enter 4 incorrect codes. So a basic entry-level lock. The one to its right, this one, is called our SafeLogic Toplit. And it has 2 LED lights at the very top in the 12 o'clock position on the entry pad. We designed this in order to respond to a need that we've heard for many, many years in the safe lock industry, probably the last 10 or 15 years. People end up putting their safes in the closet somewhere. And at night, when they need to gain access to contents in their safe, they can't see the numbers to enter the code. So we developed a simple LED system that when you press any number, the light turns on and it shines this red light over top of the keypad so that you can now see to enter your numbers. This is the only lock within our line that is not stainless steel. This entry pad housing is actually polycarbonate. And we have done that for cost reasons, but also this polycarbonate ring has a unique feature in that it can be removed and you can replace it. This one is chrome. We could show a brass, so you could take a chrome ring off, put a brass ring on, and you would have a new safe lock. You could also replace it with black chrome. So those are 3 color options that are available with this. In removing this outer ring, we also have access to the battery compartment that's located in this location. So you don't have to remove the entry pad in order to change the battery. And then finally we have this product called our SafeLogic Backlit. And you can tell that because of the light bulb here. It's the same concept as our Toplit, except that the numbers now are internally illuminated. A lot like your cell phone. When you press a number, the keypad lights up so you can see to enter your phone number. Same with our SafeLock. It's backlit. And again, we've gone back to our stainless steel. All of our entry pads, except the toplet, are stainless steel, so very, very durable and high quality. Any of these entry pads, SafeLogic Basic, toplet, or backlit, can be paired with any lock body. So choose your lock body based on your boltwork configuration. Choose your entry pad based on the features that your customer requires. The programming for the SafeLogic series is very familiar to the industry. We've used essentially a similar format to the Lagarde Basic. In order to change your code, you enter 6 zeros, enter your existing code, enter your new code, and then repeat your new code. So a very, very simple operation. Most customers already know how to program this lock when they get it out of the box. So what does this product compare to? As I mentioned earlier, it really compares to the Lagarde Basic, except our lock is a motor lock. It also compares to a product called the Sargent & Greenleaf 6120. This is kind of the same level, although this one has some problems with its mechanism. But S&G also introduced a product called the Spartan or the Titan, and those products are all in the same category. So the Lagarde Basic, the S&G 6120, Titan, or Spartan would be in the same category. In 2014, we introduced a very unique innovation, and that is a redundant electromechanical safe lock that is EMP proof. EMP stands for electromagnetic pulse, and it's the concern that an explosion will take place that wipes out the electronic components within its vicinity. So, for instance, if you had this on a safe and you did have an EMP blast, you couldn't open your safe if you had just a standard electronic lock. That's the theory. So we created a lock, and this lock's been asked for many years in this industry, but again, SecuRam brings innovation to this market. It is a lock that's really 2 locks in one. It has push-button access for normal electronic code access. You enter your code like you would on a SafeLogic, the lock opens. However, if you have a dead battery, or you have an EMP blast, or some other means of electronic malfunction, you can now raise this component here that we call the spin dial release, and it makes visible a dialing matrix. I'll show you that in our next slide. But now you can rotate this dial just exactly the same you would with a mechanical 3-wheel combination lock to be able to open the lock. That's why we call it a redundant lock system, the SafeLogic Xtreme. So the SafeLogic Xtreme is really 2 locks in one. It gives you push-button access for just a regular, everyday use. You have 2 user codes. It goes into penalty time. If someone's trying to guess your code and they enter 4 incorrect codes, it'll go into penalty time, just like our SafeLogic series. It is a touchpad as opposed to a membrane, and that's because it's very durable. It has a backlight, just like our SafeLogic backlit, and that allows you to see to enter your code in the dark. But then we raise this spin dial release, and you can see the dialing matrix here. It's exactly like the dialing matrix you see on a standard mechanical 3-wheel combination. Old technology, but we've combined it with new technology, the electronics, in order to give you a redundant system. By raising the spin dial release, you can now rotate your dial as you normally would to dial in a 3-wheel mechanical combination. So you spin this dial 4 times left to the first number, 3 times right to the second number, twice left to the third number, and then rotate it back to the right in order to open. Works exactly the same. But we added another key feature. We added at the very top of the spin dial release a small LED light. When you raise this, it turns on, and now you can see this dial in the dark to dial it open. We added another unique innovation to this product. We added Bluetooth. So that now you can, we have a Bluetooth chip inside here. Now with your smartphone, you can open the safe lock within Bluetooth range, which is about up to 60 feet or so. So we added an innovation to a unique product that gives you the benefit of both a mechanical spin dial combination and an electronic code. Let's take a look at the inside of this lock. It's a very significant engineering feat, what our engineers have done here. Essentially, they have a 3-wheel combination lock, just like a an industry standard like an S&G 6730 or a Lagarde a mechanical lock. You have 3 wheels, you have gates on the wheels. As the gates are lined up, the lever drops in and opens the lock, just like you would on a mechanical lock. Here you have the circuit board that is the brain of the system that determines what numbers have been pushed. If it's a valid code, it turns this motor, which allows a blocking mechanism here to be moved out of the way, and the swing bolt can rotate in. Let me show you in photographic form because I think it's a little easier to see the components. So here we have one of our engineering design drawings. Here's showing the wheels. They've all been rotated. The gates have been lined up. The lever has dropped in and engaged with the cam. Now you would rotate the dial back to the right, and as it does that, it pulls this mechanism, this pink triangular shape. It has gear teeth on the bottom of it. These teeth mate with the rotating gear here, which turns the blocking mechanism, which allows you to rotate this back in to open your safe. So instead of using the lever to pull back a bolt, as is normal on a mechanical lock, we're using this pulling action to rotate a mechanism that allows you to open your lock. Ingenious. Now you'll notice that our SafeLogic Xtreme is a swing bolt. And so, because we have a regular change keyhole, we can't flip this lock over. With our standard swing bolt, you can flip it for left-handed or right-handed operation. In the North American market, about 80% of the safes are actually right-handed operation, so this works in most cases. However, if you have the rare instance where you have left-handed operation, and that is where the bolt work moves from left to right, we add this adapter plate, and the adapter converts that motion from left to right to left using a scissor action that we build into this simple to install adapter plate. You put this on the mounting block, you put your lock on top of it, your spindle goes through and your bolts go through into the mounting plate. When you turn your handle, the mechanism moves from left to right, which then moves the bolt from right to left, and you open the safe. So that was our SafeLogic Xtreme. Now we're going to take a look at the ProLogic Series. In the ProLogic Series, we have 8 different models to choose from. We number them ProLogic L01 to L69. The higher the number, the more featured. This lock is our professional series, ProLogic, and it has commercial features. I'll show you what those are. We have 30 user codes. So instead of having 2 user codes with the SafeLogic series, now you have 30 user codes. You have dual control capability, where 2 valid codes are required in order to open the safe. This is a setting that you can set in your system depending on how you want to manage your safe. It also has time delay. Time delay is a burglary deterrent. You can set a time variable in the SafeLock system such that when you enter a valid code, it has to count through the time interval that you've preset before you can open the lock. This is designed as a burglary deterrent. You'll see often store locations that have a big sticker on the front of their building that says, safe is equipped with time delay. What that means is it advertises to the would-be robbers that you had better go somewhere else to break into the safe, because even our employees, if they enter a valid code, they can't gain immediate access to the safe. They'll have to wait some period of time. Could be anywhere from 1 minute to 99 minutes. The idea is you want to tell the burglar to go to the next building because if you hold us up, we're not even going to let you into the safe because we can't do it. Physically, we can't let you in because time delay is active. We also have Audit Trail on the ProLogic series. Audit Trail allows you to know who's going into your safe, when and where. So it keeps a record of all of the information, who got into it, what date, what time, what they did. Then we have time lock functionality available as well. And time lock allows restricted access to the safe. Banks often use this. So, for instance, they may want valid code holders to be able to access the safe or the vault during business hours, but after business hours, even valid code holders can't gain access to the vault. So time lock allows you to restrict the times that people are able to use a valid code to gain access to your safe. To this series, we also added Bluetooth connectivity. So now you can open it with a smartphone, just as we saw with the SafeLogic Xtreme. We added wireless connectivity. Inside the entry pad, we have a wireless receiver transmitter that communicates with wireless devices. This allows us to do a number of things. We can connect this to a wireless access point, which I'll show you in a couple of slides, which allows you to do network connectivity. You can now connect your SafeLock system, just like you do a printer, to your network, and you can control the SafeLock from a remote location. You can do all programming. Any programming you could do at the entry pad, you can now do across the network. What you can't do with this system is open the lock remotely. We maintain that for good security, you must have a person with a valid code in front of the safe. You can do all other programming, including enrolling new users, deleting codes. All of that can be done across the network, but to open the safe, you must be at the safe entering a code. And the ProLogic systems control up to 4 locks. So with this system, if you have an outer door and several inner compartments, you can control them all with one entry pad. The entry pad is connected to a junction box that allows you to control up to 4 locks. Interior compartments, side-by-side doors, however you want to configure it. This is a bit of an eye chart, but this is available on our website, and it basically has all of the features that are available down the left-hand side. And then across the top, it has each of the models of the ProLogic. Remember, we start from L01, and we get more featured as we go to the final numbers, the higher numbers, L69. And then our ProLogic OTC is our one-time code lock. This is designed for ATMs and cash vaults where they want singular controlled access. And it, of course, has all of the features and uses one-time code technology in order to allow very restricted access to your ATM or vault. But essentially, you'd use this chart to select the type of feature. If your customer wanted audit trail, for instance, you'd slide across until you see the green check marks that say these are the products that have audit trail. All right, I thought I'd take a look at a couple of the ProLogic series that are very prevalent in the marketplace and fit certain requirements for most loss prevention protocols. So first of all, we'll take a look at the ProLogic L02. I like to call this one our workhorse commercial safe lock because it is on a very high percentage of commercial safes that are manufactured today in North America and around the world, to be honest with you. But here in North America, this product is ubiquitous. It's everywhere. The ProLogic L02 has an LCD screen, as do the rest of our ProLogics, which makes it very easy to use and makes it very easy to program. We use a menu system to program. You press the menu button, and now you can scroll up and down through this menu to get to the desired programming item. With this system, we have 30 users available to us. So again, you have a code for every one of your employees, and it can manage all of those codes. We have time delay from 0 to 99 minutes. We have time delay override codes. So if you have a cash carrier, for instance, coming to pick up cash from your safe throughout the day, he's not going to wait around for 30 minutes for the safe to count through its time delay. He'll want a time delay override code, so you can provide that to that person. The ProLogic L02 operates in both single mode and dual mode. So depending on your criteria for your security protocol, you can have one code that you enter to gain access or 2 codes, depending on how you want to set that up. Again, we can pair the ProLogic series with any of our lock bodies. So choose the right lock body for your safe boltwork application, pair it with the entry pad, and now that system will be effective in your safe work. Using this module, we can combine a number of locks together. So the ProLogic controls up to 4 locks. This is for multiple door applications or inner and outer door management. And how that works is your entry pad connects to a port on the back side of this connector. Your lock number 1 connects on this other port on the back side, and lock 2, 3, and 4 plug into this side of the junction box. And now you have a system that can control multiple doors. When you enter your code, it'll ask you which lock you want to open, and if you're authorized to open that lock, it'll allow you to enter lock 2, for instance, and lock 2 will open. We also build into our multiple door scenario an option to have what we call sequencing. And sequencing is if you have an outer door on your safe and you have an inner compartment. Instead of entering your code to open the outer door and then entering your code again to open the inner compartment, we allow you to enter your code. We enable what's called sequencing in the system setup. So when you enter your code, it'll say, which door would you like to open, door 1 or door 2? If you say door 2, door 1 will pop open first, and then 10 seconds later, door 2 will open. So you don't have to enter your code multiple times. Using this junction box, we also have on the back of the box an AC port, which means that you can now plug in AC power to operate your entire safe system. All of our entry pads and lock systems are 9-volt battery operated. There's a single 9-volt battery inside this. But by using the junction box and the AC cable, you can now have AC powered lock, and the battery stays inside the entry pad for those times when you have a power failure or whatever other reason that your power goes down. You can now open the safe with the 9-volt battery that's still stored inside that lock. It uses AC power first and conserves the battery power for those times you need it. All right, so the ProLogic L02 I would compare to the Lagarde Combo Guard Pro. It's that type of lock. It has those types of features. I'd also compare it to the SNG 6123 or maybe the SNG Series Titan, except, of course, our product has more stuff. So things that it has an LCD screen, which makes it a whole lot easier to program and use. It has 30 user codes as opposed to 9. It has the ability to control up to 4 locks, which you can't do with either of these products. So again, it's our workhorse commercial safe lock. You'll see it a lot in the marketplace. I'm going to show you another lock. It's called the ProLogic L62. Again, the higher the number, the more featured. So the L62 has everything that we've talked about so far with the ProLogic L02, but now we add audit trail. This lock has a 500 event audit trail that is date and time stamped. What that means is it has a real audit trail where it keeps track of the time that someone entered the safe, the date they entered the safe, and what they did. Did they open the lock? Did they close the lock? Did they run an audit trail? Did they do programming? All of that information is kept inside non-volatile memory in the lock system so that you can extract that information should you have a need to review who's accessed your safe at a later time. We build in wireless capability into the ProLogic L62 and up. So what we have here is a wireless receiver transmitter built into the entry pad. It is able to communicate wirelessly with wireless devices. So for instance, locally, and I would say that's up to about 65 feet or so, you could install a program on our computer that is called parameter setting software. And that will allow you to program this safe lock as it's going down the assembly line, for instance, or perhaps in the field, if you're a store manager and you want to take out your supervisor code and add another one for a new employee, you don't have to go to the safe lock to do it. You can simply pull it up in the software, send it wirelessly to the safe lock, and it will communicate and program the lock. You can also use wireless capability to download the audit trail. So instead of having to connect a Dallas key, for instance, or an E-key or a wiring harness, which is kind of old technology that other companies use, we use our wireless chip in order to download the information. You can download it directly to the PC, or if you don't have your PC on site, you take this device. It looks like an early model iPod, but we call it the wireless link. And it allows you to download all of the audit trail information from the safe lock to this device. This device holds 5,000 events. So you take this from store to store. You can download the audit trail. You do that by turning this device on and then going to Menu, entering your manager code, and going to what's called wireless connection. You press OK, and it wirelessly sends all the information directly to this receiver, and you have an LCD screen here saying you've received all the records. You then take that back to your head office. You plug it in by USB to your laptop, and now you have all of your records in report format on your PC. You can export them to PDF or HTML or whatever you want to export them to. You can filter it on the software as well. So if you want to look at a specific user on your audit trail, you can filter it that way. The ProLogic L62 feature set compares to the Kaba Audit Guard, the Audit Con series, 252, 552. It compares to the Lagarde SmartLink, the S&G Audit Trail, but of course we pack more features in. So in the L62 we have 30 users, we have LCD screen, we have wireless technology, and it controls up to 4 locks. You'll find also that the pricing of our product is very, very competitive. You'll find that it's about 10 to 20% lower than most of the product that's on the market today, depending on which product it is. Now, the ProLogic L66, again, it is a full-featured lock. The higher the number, the more features. So, on the ProLogic L66, we have everything that we saw earlier with the L62, but now we add time lock capability. Time lock allows you to restrict the length, the amount of time people have to gain access. So for instance, if you wanted to say your valid code holders could gain access between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m., they can do it only during that period. The rest of the time, they would not be able to gain access to the safe. And that's set within the time lock schedule. We also add remote network audit retrieval to the SafeLogic L66, or sorry, the ProLogic L66. Again, using the wireless receiver transmitter built inside the entry pad, we can communicate with this box. This connects to your network with an RJ45 cable here, and it's also AC powered. It's kind of like a router. It's about the same size as a wireless router. And it communicates wirelessly from the entry pad to this box. And now because you're connected to the network, it will take all that information back across your secure network to your computer. How that works is with Audit Trail now, instead of sending someone to the site, we can simply call the manager of the store, ask them to enter the menu system, enter their code as validity that it's they have access to the menu system, scroll down until they see wireless connection, and press OK. All of the audit trail information would be sent to the access point. The access point would send it back across the secure network to the software that's waiting at the head office location, and you'd have all that information. No need to send anyone to the store to get the information. We also provide the ProLogic L66 and any of our ProLogic series in a water-resistant enclosure. So instead of being our standard round entry pad, we have built a stainless steel, silicon-sealed, you can see the silicon seal here on the battery compartment, waterproof system. This is ideal for fast food locations where you have greasy, dirty environments where the safe is kept. Generally, they tend to hose these places down with hot water at the end of the day. Generally, the safe lock is sitting about 6 inches off the floor, and invariably it gets soaked. So with a water-resistant entry pad system, you now can have a perfect application for fast food or any other wet environments. The ProLogic L66 compares to the Lagarde SmartLink, except, of course, we pack a lot more features in. So 30 users, LCD screen, wireless, and water resistant. I'll show you one more. The ProLogic L69. Again, the higher the number, the more features. So it has everything that we've talked about so far, but we add a couple of more components. And these components are network connectivity. Using the wireless access point that we saw previously, we connect this to our network. It communicates wirelessly to the SafeLock system. Now we can put it on a network, not only to receive audit trail information, but also to do live audit streaming. So what that means is instead of just going to the SafeLock and pulling all of the records, I can get every record as it's taking place. Someone enters a code at the SafeLock to open the door. It sends this information automatically to the wireless access point and then back across your secure network to the software, and you have a live update of everything that's happening at your SafeLock as it happens. Because we have this network capability with the ProLogic L69, we can also have exception reporting. And what that means is if you have an event that happens at your SafeLock that you want to monitor. For instance, you can set in the ProLogic system the maximum number of minutes that the SafeLock is allowed to be opened. You maybe have some security protocols around this. You want them to open the safe in the morning, but you want it closed within, say, 10 minutes so that you are secure again. If the length of time that the door is open exceeds 10 minutes, then it will send an alert back to the wireless access point across the network back to your software, and it'll pop up in a pop-up window on your software, but it'll also send an email to the person who needs to receive this information so you can act on it. Because we have network capability, we can now do remote programming. And this is the model where you can program anything you could program at the entry pad locally. You can now program across the network and add users, delete users, set time locks, set dual control, whatever you could do at the entry pad, you can now do across the network. This comes in very handy for manager changes. You have a store location, manager is no longer working there. You can delete their code, whatever it happened to be. You don't need to know the code. And you can add the new manager's code so that when they arrive on their first day, they'll have a code to the safe. The ProLogic 69 compares to nothing. Kaba doesn't have a product like this. S&G doesn't have a product like this. It's a very advanced system, and you'll find that it's very competitively priced. So we've talked through the SafeLogic and the ProLogic series. Now I'll introduce you to the ScanLogic series. And the ScanLogic, as the name implies, is where you scan your fingerprint in order to gain access. It's fingerprint authentication. We have 10 different models within the line. The first one on the left is what we call our ScanLogic Swipe. And how you operate this is you swipe your finger across the silicon chip. It uses active capacitive technology in order to recognize the capacitance value of your registered finger. If the capacitance value is equal to the registered capacitance value, the lock opens. It's very, very fast. There were some early models of active capacitance biometrics on the market back in 2005, which were extremely slow. We've since improved the speed and the accuracy, as well as the ability to use this with multiple users. So this one actually is our entry level. It's very competitively priced. This would be about the same price as some of the other regular electronic locks. But this one is called ScanLogic Swipe. It holds 10 fingerprints and one code. It's designed for light commercial, residential use, bank tellers, that type of application. And then we have our ScanLogic optical readers. These are optical readers which are commonly found in security. It's a glass platen that you place your finger on. It takes a digital impression of your fingerprint, converts it to binary information, and then each time you put your fingerprint on, it compares it against its registered digital impression. If it's you, it allows you to open. We have two different models. This one has what we call a multi-numeric keypad. You have 4 buttons instead of a full keypad. Once we introduced this, we decided that we would make one with a full keypad, and we just made the buttons smaller, but it gives you a full keypad so you don't have to use a multi-numeric. People get a little confused with this type of multi-numeric keypad. So it's available in each of those models. We have 10 different options to choose from. They hold 30 fingerprints and 30 codes. You can set it up in fingerprint mode or code mode, meaning I can either put my fingerprint on or I can enter my code, the lock will open. Or I can set it up in security level 2, which is fingerprint and code. Higher level of security. You have to place your fingerprint on the reader. It has to validate you. Then it says enter your code. You enter your code to gain access. These have all of the same features that we saw in the ProLogic series. Dual control, time delay, audit trail, time lock, wireless connectivity, remote programming, network connectivity, and they control up to 4 locks, so you can have a multiple lock system for outer, inner doors, various compartments, dual door systems, and so on. Here is another reference chart for you. Again, it's for our ScanLogic series. It has all the features down the side, all of the models across the top. Look for the feature you want, audit trail, slide across until you see the green arrow, and that's the first product that has it, as well as all these others. This again is on our website. It's easy reference chart to be able to find the suitable product for your customer's need. Performance. The SafeLogic system, or the SecuRam, SafeLogic, ProLogic, and ScanLogic systems are all very high quality, very reliable systems. More so than any other product that's on the market, and I can say that confidently. Every lock that we manufacture is cycle tested 2,000 times in a cycle tester that is pneumatic driven. It operates the lock 2,000 times. Has to open 2,000 times successfully in order to receive the QC sticker that allows us to ship. This is an unprecedented commitment to quality. This is not done with any other lock system. Generally, lock manufacturers do what's called random sampling. They test one at the beginning, one at the middle, one at the end of the line, and assume everything is okay. We take this very seriously. We test every single lock 2,000 times. As a result, I can confidently say that the SecuRam systems are the most reliable SafeLock systems in the market. We have data, documented data over the last 3 years where we've tracked every single defect or issue. We can say that we are 99.7%. What that means is if you buy 1,000 locks, you're likely to have an issue with maybe 3 of those. This is 10 to 20 times better than any other SafeLock manufacturer in the market, based on industry knowledge. Warranty. Because our products work so well and are very reliable, we're able to put behind it a warranty that means something. We have an 18-month from date of manufacture warranty. Most companies use 12 months from date of manufacture. The problem with date of manufacture, we use one, we have one because it's the industry standard. But the issue is if it sat on your distributor's shelf for 6 months, sat on your locksmith's shelf for another 6 months or 12 months, by the time it goes on the end user's safe, it no longer has a warranty. The problem obviously is that you have expired product and your customer doesn't get a warranty if it's out of that period of time. This is the industry standard. We changed that all this year. We introduced a 12-month date of service warranty. This is creating a bit of a stir in the industry. The other SafeLock manufacturers certainly don't want to do this. By using the date of manufacture, it limits their liability related to warranty. But with the 12-month date of service warranty, we are able to provide you a warranty from the moment that you put it into service. You register the warranty on our website. You have 90 days after you've installed the lock to be able to do this. And you get 12 months from the date of the date of service, not the date of manufacture. So no matter how long the product sat on your shelf, the customer's shelf, whoever's shelf, it doesn't matter. You get 12 months from the day it's put on. Now, if you decide you don't register your warranty, you haven't noticed the paperwork or you didn't know that, then your 18-month date of manufacture warranty will still apply. So you have both available to you. So we're new. We've been around only for 8 years. We're not 157 years old. We're not 40 years old. We were born in 2006. We have to be better. We have to be more reliable. And here's what Safe and Vault professionals around the industry are saying about our product. Dave McComey is a world-renowned Safe and Vault professional. His comment is, SecuRam's hitting home run after home run. You're fast becoming the Apple computers of the SafeLock world. Well done. Very nice comment from Dave. SecuRam is the new standard in SafeLocks from George Thornton in Seattle, Washington. SecuRam is rewriting the electronic SafeLock business from Dave Mercer of the Diebold Corporation. Finally, a 21st century SafeLock. SecuRam's as versatile as they are reliable from Cleveland, Ohio. SecuRam, the future is here from Aloha. Why SecuRam? Outstanding engineering, unbeatable technical support. All very nice comments, but I think if you talk to the professionals in the market that you're dealing with, ask them about SecuRam, they will have good things to say, as these professionals have also. So embracing new products is challenging. If you're very familiar with the existing products that you have available to you, these are different. These offer different features. Don't be concerned about how difficult it might be to learn a new product. We provide lots of resources to learn about this product. In understanding the products and the features within this line, we have provided an interactive website. If you go to our website, you can find a video on every single product, training videos, how to program locks, how to delete codes, how to add locks, how to add multi-lock systems. All of it is on our website to be able to extract the information based on video technology. We also have operation guides and starter guides, quick start guides, everything that you need in order to operate our systems. Okay. Training staff. Sometimes it's difficult to get everyone in your organization to learn about new products. So you tend to sell the product that's been the standard that you've had. So we provide a number of opportunities to train your staff. We do that with online product certification. We actually designed this for locksmiths so that they can go to our website, they sign in and become a member of our website, and then they can get to the members only section of our website. It allows them to gain access to specific detailed technical information and online product certification programs. They watch a series of videos on the various products. We have them on the SafeLogic, on the ProLogic Series, on the ScanLogic, and on the SafeLogic Xtreme. They watch the videos. They then take a quiz. The quiz is asking them content about how to program, how to troubleshoot, how to operate the SafeLock systems. And if they score 75% or more, then they become proficient in that product and we provide them with the certificate. The same can be done for distributor OEM staff. You can take these same online product certifications and it'll make you an expert in our product in a very easy to learn at your own pace way. We have sample programs available for our customers so that they can purchase product at very reasonable rates in order to get comfortable with the product to use for either customer displays or for training. Technical support. We offer technical support either in two ways. One is phone support. So if you dial our number here in Ventura, it's 805-988-8088, and you'll be connected to our technical support team who are available from 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and they will be more than happy to help you in any issues you're seeing on a product or questions you have. We also do by email. So if you would like to, you can certainly email us at info@securamsys.com. On our website, there's also a place for technical support. Click on that and it'll give you a dialog box to enter some information. You can send it directly to us. We receive it as soon as you click the send button. In most cases, we're able to get back to you very quickly. So, as I said earlier, SecuRam has become known for three very important things. Reliability, the most important thing in the SafeLock industry. We have the best performance in the industry. Our quality record is 99.7%, probably 10 to 20 times better than our nearest competitor. Cost effectiveness. We have the best value to cost ratio. We pack a lot of features into our SafeLocks, innovative features that other SafeLock manufacturers are just not putting in their systems. And innovation. We've shown you the SafeLogic Xtreme, our redundant lock. We have Bluetooth technology built in. We have wireless connectivity. We have network connectivity and remote programmability. All of these things are what customers are looking for. The SafeLock safe owners are looking for these types of features in order to guard their valuables. Why you should use SecuRam Systems. Reliability, cost effectiveness, and innovative solutions that your customers are looking for. Thank you very much for participating in the webinar. If we can be of assistance, please don't hesitate to contact us. My name is Jeremy Brooks. You can email me at jeremybrooks@securamsys.com or call us at 805-988-8088. We'd be happy to help you.